Why do we care so much about what others think? Every step we take, every word we speak, is haunted by invisible eyes. We measure our worth by reflections that were never meant to define us. We crave applause, fear rejection, and mistake approval for love. When did our reflection become our prison? Why does the need to be liked outweigh the need to be free? And what would life feel like if we finally stopped performing? Welcome to the Esoteric Archive. Today, we explore the quiet power of inner independence, the peace that comes when the opinions of others lose their hold. From the beginning of time, belonging has meant survival. Our ancestors feared exile more than death. To be cast out was to vanish. But in a world no longer ruled by tribes, the old instinct lingers. Now, it's not the spear or the storm we fear, it's disapproval. We curate, conform, and disguise, polishing fragments of ourselves to fit expectations that shift like the wind. The Stoics called this the root of all suffering, placing our peace in what we can't control. The thoughts, the judgments, the fleeting opinions of others. The mystics agreed. Alan Watts once said, "Worrying about what other people think of you is still thinking too much about yourself." Freedom begins when validation ends. When you stop needing to be seen, you finally start to see yourself. We live in a hall of mirrors, each one reflecting an opinion, a standard, a passing mood of someone else. And somewhere between those reflections, we lose the original image. We shape our lives around how we look, not who we are. We adjust our truths like masks at a masquerade, hoping to please people who are themselves wearing masks. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more for their opinions than for our own." To the Stoics, this was madness, handing over your inner world to strangers who barely know your name. They taught that the only opinion that matters is the one aligned with virtue, with your own inner reason. Because most people aren't thinking about you at all. They're too busy trying to be seen themselves. The Taoists called it Wu Wei, effortless action. To flow like water, you must stop clinging to the riverbank of reputation. Lao Tzu warned, "Care about people's approval, and you will be their prisoner." Detachment doesn't mean apathy. It means seeing through illusion. When we no longer chase approval, we return to our natural rhythm, spontaneous, authentic, alive. Alan Watts compared life to music. You don't listen to a song just to reach the final note. You dance with each moment as it unfolds. But when you live for applause, you stop hearing the melody. The mystics of every tradition taught the same paradox. When you release the need to be seen, you become luminous, because nothing dims the soul faster than the constant fear of how it appears. So how do we stop caring? How do we break free from the invisible audience in our minds? The answer isn't defiance, it's awareness. Step 1. Notice the performance. Catch yourself mid-thought, before you edit your words, before you shrink your truth. Observe that subtle anxiety that asks, "What will they think?" That voice is not your conscience, it's conditioning. Step 2. Accept judgment without resistance. Let opinions move through you like weather, temporary, shifting, not yours to control. What people see in you is often a reflection of themselves. Don't argue with mirrors, just keep walking. Step 3. Return to authenticity. Speak from truth, not strategy. Act from intention, not image. As Epictetus taught, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. To live freely, you must be willing to be misunderstood. Step 4. Align with meaning, not approval. Approval fades, but purpose, real, inner purpose, only grows stronger the less you need to defend it. Ask not, do they like me? Ask, is this true to who I am? When your compass points inward, no crowd can steer you off course. But beware, even not caring can become a disguise. The ego will say, I don't need anyone. I'm above their judgment. Yet the moment you seek pride in your indifference, you're still bound by what you're reacting to. True freedom is quieter than rebellion. It's the soft transparency of being, where praise and blame pass through you like wind through reeds. Alan Watts once said, you're under no obligation to be the same person you were 5 minutes ago. That is the heart of it. When you stop defending who you were, you begin to live who you are. Imagine a life unobserved, not because no one sees you, but because their gaze no longer defines you. When the noise of the crowd fades, you rediscover the simple joy of being. You smile without reason. You speak without rehearsal. You walk without needing to be followed. And in that quiet independence, you realize you were never seeking their approval. You were seeking permission to be yourself. This has been the Esoteric Archive. Until next time, stay curious, stay awake, and stay free.